Hey y'all, Mike with Cardboard Kingdom. Welcome back to another Disney Lorcana video. Today we're going to be doing a Monday morning market recap. Let's get into it. Alright guys, starting off the Monday market recap, we have obviously a lot of tournaments that happened over the weekend and a lot of cards that are moving because of that. One being the Hiram. Obviously, this is a card that's been around forever. There's a billion copies of it. I do think that the fact that it is still increasing in price is a testament to how much the player base is growing. With that being said, this card is now sitting around $6 for a verified seller, which is a wild price for a card that's available in a starter deck, which in that vein, we have kind of an infinite money glitch going on here with the Amber and Sapphire starter deck from Rise of the Floodborn. This is a deck that is available for $10 and is a product that has a Hiram in it, so that's kind of $6 of the cost right there. It's got 3 popsicles, it's got a cold foil Gaston, it's got a cold foil Queen, it's obviously got all the other cards that come in the starter deck in combination with the fact that it comes with a booster pack if you get a sealed one. So $10, you're getting, 8 to $9 worth of cards in just the standard cards that come in the deck. And then on top of that, you get the booster pack. So for any of my friends out there who like to break down product and enjoy taking arbitrage opportunities like this, not a bad one. Like I said, you're going to come out with, on the low end, $7 to $8 worth of cards. And you get a booster pack, a Floodborn to take a stab at an Enchanted that obviously, you'll get nothing. But the idea of an Enchanted being in there is pretty cool, right? You gotta take that chance. Moving over to some first chapter cards that are starting to move up a little bit. Fishbone Quill always has some sort of place in the meta. Is up to, I think, around $8, almost $9, yep, for a low copy, and then a verified is at $10. So a card, once again, from the first chapter, a rare that is starting to see some movement. Same vein, Tamatoa from the first chapter, big boy, so shiny, starting to get up there as well. Lowest verified for a near mint is about $9. Your lowest on the market is going to be $8. This card was available from $4 to $5 just a few months ago. So we're starting to see some of those first chapter rare cards get up there in price again. Really off the back of these tournaments, but just, I think in general, more people coming into the game, whether that's players, whether that's collectors, just the entire ecosystem is growing overall, and so it's leading to some of these cards start to hit some prices they haven't seen in a while. Hades being another example of that, up to $15 is the lowest price on the market. We've only got one there, then it's $16, and honestly not too far away from a decent little $18 floor there. A card that was available for $7 to $8 just a few months ago, right? A lot of these, as we go through these peaks and valleys of competitive seasons and tournaments, there's huge swings that can be had off the back of these, events. And so I want to make sure you guys are paying attention and seeing these in case you have a bunch of Hades that are laying around or whatever, these cards that maybe you have extras of or that you don't need in your collection. Not a bad time to sell as they start to see these all-time highs. We have a card that saw some Techless Weekend, Sword of Truth, for it banishes villain characters. If you don't play the game, a lot of the best characters right now are glimmers, or characters or glimmers in the game are going to be villains. So like Tamatoa, for example, Happy as a Clam is a villain, so he's a 6 cost. Also is so shiny, also a villain. This card would banish them. It only costs 4, therefore it's got a place in the meta. We saw this teched into some decks over the weekend that did well, and the near mint cold foil is really starting to get some traction. So currently $1.45 plus shipping. Obviously, if the seller has other cards you can get into your cart, you can get some free shipping there. But a card that is, it's starting to get up there. You can see as much traction as it's had. 40 items sold just in the last really like 24 hours. So something to pay attention to. If you have any of these, if you want to collect them, if you want to put them in a deck, not a bad time to go out and get them, because there is a chance that if this stays in the meta, it could be a $5-6 cold foil like we see a lot of the other first chapter cards get to. Next up, we have Happy as a Clam, $428 for this card for a fresh set. We're past big box release now. Just an amazing card, right? I've talked about it on this channel ad nauseum. I can't really go a video. You guys are lucky. I don't know where it's at right now, or else I'd show you again. Just gonna force it on every video that I can. But the Tamatoa just continues to be a grail amongst Arcasia's Island. 427. Lowest on the market, and this is one that just continues to see an insane amount of volume. These things are selling. This little crab, shout out Beatrice Blue, just an absolute game changer. Love this card to death. Get completely giddy when I talk about it. Hey guys, I want to take a quick pause in the video really quick to point out my TCGPlayer affiliate link. It is in the description of my video. You can see it here. If you click on it, you'll see it bring up TCGPlayer and it'll say Cardboard Kingdom at the end of the hyperlink. If you don't mind saving that as your favorite for TCGPlayer, I get a kickback when you shop at TCGPlayer through this link. It costs you nothing and I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. Let's get back to the video. Got a buyout on the sealed front. We've got a first chapter sealed case, our first chapter, Rise of the Floodborn sealed case, 4 booster boxes. Someone did a complete buyout and sweep of this product. So when we look at just over the last couple of days, starting on the 21st, we had some sales at 600. We then had some sales on the 22nd at 650. We had some more sales at 650. Then we had the final buyout at 650, 5 of them. And that now puts the lowest on the market at my friend Lorcana at 700. And then beyond that, we are off to the races. So I would say, obviously, you have a Japanese, nice. Or Japanese pre-order for Rise of the Floodborn, cool. So obviously the second set, they're moving right along. I would avoid the Japanese pre-orders. I would also avoid Rise of the Floodborn in general. Maybe pick up this listing from Lorcana. Beyond that, we need to give this stuff time to marinate. Just because all the listings got sold does not mean it's immediately a $1,250 booster box case, right? Give it time. We're going to be okay. Don't FOMO into it. I mean, look, I was saying buy it at 600 last week. I think that was a good price. That price is now gone. And so I would say do not FOMO in, right? Give it time. Make the people who bought it last week sit on it for a little bit at 600. I think it's a very valuable product. I think it's going to hold its value very well in terms of the long-term collectability of it. But with that being said, anytime we see it go like that and you see a ton of volume, you don't want to be caught on the back end of that. So Rise of the Floodborn has left for takeoff. We've got one case listed at a decent price. Then beyond that, straight to Narnia with it. So be aware of it and don't overreact too much to it. And then last but not least, guys, to end the video today, a card that I feel like, I don't do this like predict the meta game and pick up these super cheap cards in hopes that they'll pay off. A lot. I don't really do it at all, to be honest. Like, I buy the cards that I like. I buy the promos. You guys know me. I much prefer the rarity side of things than any of the, predict the meta stuff. But there is a lot of money to be made there. One card that I feel like I was so surprised to see it so cheap is the new Jafar. The newly crowned. It's the 4-drop inkable, right? It's a 2/4, and it's got a unique effect around illusion characters. And illusion characters we don't have that many of yet. And so I feel like this is something that could be some tech that is to come. And this is a super rare that is going for 20 cents. And like it might even start going lower than that, given the fact that people are already willing to sell it for 20 cents and a set that just came out. But this is just like a glaring buy to me, one that just like does not make sense. It's got an enchanted as well. On top of that, the enchanted is absolutely gorgeous. Some of the best art, like that card is disgusting. But all of this on the back of, we've got this new tech with illusions, and then we have Reign of Jafar coming. Like, what are the odds that we have some really good Jafar synergies that go in purple steel that play with this card? In addition to that, you've got the Jafar deck, the whole new world kind of deck that is already kind of currently seeing some play. The fact that this is a dual link, whether it's just the regular super rare or the enchanted with some specific tech around illusions, I just feel like there's more to come. And so if you've got some capital right now and you want to buy some cards that, I mean, no matter what, a 20-cent super rare, that's never a bad deal, right? So if you can find some bulk listings of this card, like 236 maybe, feel like that's a really good opportunity to buy. Obviously, it's not going to go crazy overnight. Nothing that's going to, you're not going to retire off a Jafar newly crowned, but at 20 cents, you can't really beat it. So it's something that I'm probably going to pick up a few copies of, right? Maybe buy like 10, 20 cards of it and just kind of set it to the side. And then off the off chance that we get some sort of new illusion tech with Reign of Jafar that bodes well with this card and this synergy. I mean, we're talking about a super rare. We've seen super rares get extremely expensive. We just looked at a Hiram that's $6, right? So who's to say that little Jafar newly crowned here can't reach those same highs? Obviously not banking on it, right? I'm not going to get overextended and over leveraged on a random super rare that costs 20 cents. But at the end of the day, I think it's something that's got a decent chance to run. I don't do this a lot in terms of the playable cards, but I would not be selling this card at 20 cents. I can guarantee you that. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be it for today's video. One of the best enchantments out there. Let me know if you like this quicker style, quick, just kind of market video type video videos. I haven't been doing too much of these recently in terms of just focusing on the cards that have been just moving up and down here. But off the back of the tournament, there was a lot of cards that were moving, so it felt necessary. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll be back with another video soon. Thanks. Bye.